Please subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another updates from my YouTube channel. About Resilience4j Timelimiter. Okay, so earlier so I have discussed about Resilience4j rate limiting. So now I'm going to discuss about time limiting. Okay, so before that, so I would like to discuss about what is the time limiter and so how we are going to configure this Resilience4j with time limiter. Okay, so first of all, what is the time limiter? So setting a limit on the amount of times that we are willing to be wait for an operation to complete is called time limiting. And if the operation does not complete within the time that we have specified, so we want to be notified about with the user with a timeout error. Okay, so basically, so this Resilience4j time limiters that we are going to be configured is, so the time limiter can be used to be set the time limits, okay, so on the asynchronous operations that we implemented with the completable feature. Okay, so which was introduced in Java 8. And so basically, so in the real-time application, so if you are invoking database services, and if you are not getting after some amount of time, so the user will get frustrated, right? And so this kind of scenarios we will use this time limiter. And so the Resilience4j time limiter configurations we will configure like this. So the timeout duration is 2 seconds, and after that, so we can configure that cancel running feature. So if you are going to be configured whether it's a true or false, so whether cancel should be called on the running feature. Okay, so this is how you can configure this Resilience4j time limiter configuration. Okay, so let's see practically how we are going to implement this. So to work with this Resilience4j time limiter, basically we need a 3 dependencies. One is Resilience4j dependency, and after that SpringBoot starter AOP and SpringBoot starter actuator. And once you have added, so I have a controller here, so that controller is order controller. Okay, so it's internally calling, okay, slow service. Okay, so this slow service having slow method. So let me open this slow method. So this is slow method. So I just specified some amount of time that thread has to be wait with the help of thread.sleep here. Okay, I'm just returning one response that is slow service is invoked successfully. And so here, so if you want to be work with Resilience4j time limiters, you have to use this completable feature. Okay, and so we have a different types of methods in this completable feature. We have a supply asynchronous method, so I'm going to make use of this asynchronous method here. And after that, so we have to use time limiter annotations. Within the time limiter annotation, we have to specify so name of this. Okay, so basically I'm going to use the order service, and after that, so we want to use a fallback method. So I'm going to take as fallback method name as time limit fallback method. Okay, and so after that, so this is the fallback method that I'm going to use. So this name should be matched with this name, guys. So you can just make sure that. And after that, in the application.yaml file, so you have to provide so this Resilience4j. So let me add this Resilience4j time limiter configuration. So that is the instance name is order service, and timeout duration I just provided 2 seconds. And after that, cancel running feature. So if you want to be cancel the running feature, you can make it as true. So if you don't want to make use, then you can make it false here. Okay, and that's it. You can start this application, and let's see practically how it's going to work, guys. And before that, so let me stop this. And so basically in the slow service, I just provided some thread.sleep some information, right? So let me comment this code first. Okay, and let me show the output, and after that, let's enable this code. Okay, so it started, guys. So I'm going to make use of same this JMeter here. Okay, So the endpoint is same, so let me hit it again and let's see the output here. Okay, so if you are observing here, so we are getting like so timeout error. So if you go to console and if you see here, okay, so the context path through an exception request processing failed, nested exception is so undeclared throwable exception, so with root cause. Okay, so all calls are failed here. Okay, so if you enable this, okay, so if you enable this code, so let me rerun this application. Okay, it started guys, let me clear this and let's hit this endpoint this time. So this time I want to see the output, why it's still failing. Time limit fallback throwable. Okay, I got it. Basically it does not allow this fallback mechanism guys. We have to specify in the circuit breaker. So let's see this now and restart this application and you can rerun this application. Okay, so now it started, so let's clear this console and let's hit this again. See this time, so we are able to see some successful calls. Okay, and we are able to see only 5 calls are successful and remaining calls are getting cancelled. Okay, and so if you decrease this thread sleep time, so now if I'm making so 1000 milliseconds instead of 2000 milliseconds, so this time I'm expecting more successful calls. Okay, because the thread is waiting only 1000 milliseconds instead of 2000 milliseconds. Okay, so let's see this practically. So in the 2000 milliseconds we are able to see 5 successful calls. Okay, let's clear this guys and let's hit it again. See this time, so we are able to see 2 to 4 6 8 10 12 14 calls are successful out of 20, right? So this is how it will work guys. Okay, so this is how you have to configure the time limit in this application.yml file. Okay, so okay, if you observe here, so we have like some exceptions. So the application is thrown, so this is time limiter order service recorded a timeout exception, right? So this is how it will throw the time limiter exceptions guys. Okay, within that time, so if the service is not hit, so then we will get this timeout exception. Okay, so if you observe here, so we have a couple of timeout exceptions. So if it is succeeded, then we will get the output. So if it is not succeeded, then we will get this timeout exception. Okay, so that's it guys. So if you like this video, so please go ahead and like and my video, and if you haven't subscribed my YouTube channel, so please go ahead and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Bye, have a good day.